Stuff they still don't want to talk about or want you to hear. This is Desiree, a very brave woman I had the opportunity to meet. Listen to her story.
Good afternoon. My name is Desiree Letelier, and I come from Drake, Massachusetts. I stand here today to share with you not my own personal experience of coercion, which actually led to me being fired as a critical care nurse in December of 2022, but to share my father's story. My father was a healthy 63-year-old man whose voice was silenced once and for all on January 31st, 2022. I apologize. His name was Robert Letelier, Jr. He was given an ultimatum at his work to either get vaccinated for COVID, wear a mask at work for 10 hours a day, or lose his job. He chose to get vaccinated for COVID because he did not want to wear his mask, and he couldn't afford to lose his job. I pleaded with him to refrain from taking the vaccine, but he did what he felt he had no choice. As a nurse, I have witnessed numerous injuries and deaths directly contributed to the vaccine's administration. Working on the front lines, I watched as COVID took the human out of humanity, and this vaccine took my human from this earth. My father received his second Pfizer vaccine around July of 2022. Initially, he had no issues, but by October, he was suffering with intense generalized pain and insomnia, and his pleas for help from the medical community were disregarded and dismissed, with all his testing being negative. He had multiple ER and PCP visits with no answers. For the sake of time, his timeline of illness is as follows. On December 29, 2022, a 6-centimeter mass was found compressing his airway. This is the same imaging 2 months prior that showed nothing present. On January 6, he was back at the ER for his PET scan for immense debilitating pain as the mass was growing at an unprecedented rate per the doctors and was now compressing nerves and his airway. 2 weeks after the finding of the mass, he underwent a bronchoscopy with biopsy. On January 25th, his biopsy results came back inconclusive. No cancer was seen. When I asked the doctor to remove the mass as it was causing him immense pain and respiratory distress, I was told it was not possible. My fear of it compressing his airway is unrealistic. Well, on January 31st, he called 911 and he cardiac arrested in the ambulance en route to the hospital. And the mass did exactly what I feared, compressed his airway. On February 1st, he was due back for a repeat biopsy, but he obviously never made it. He was at the funeral home preparing for his burial. The makers of the vaccine wanted their data to be hidden from the public for 75 years. What happened to informed consent? Thankfully, people are waking up and demanding answers as their vaccinated friends and loved ones are facing injuries and death which remained unexplained. As the truth continues to come out regarding these vaccines, vindication is not rewarding but devastating to say the least. The people such as I, whom have been sounding the alarm, have been mocked, isolated, and even exiled from our communities and workplace because we remained unvaccinated. We as free people were subjected to medical tyranny, and many people in power perpetrated, I can't even say it upon us for over 2 years. Please listen to our stories and realize you and your loved ones are not immune to the harms this vaccine has caused. I thank you for the opportunity to share my father's story with you.
I don't know about you, but I'm going to keep fighting to keep politics out of posterity.